Gravity Rush 2 is a mostly single player experience, but there is a component to the game which is experienced online. I believe that breaks down into sending and receiving challenges, treasure hints, and photo ghosts. There's also rankings, acquisition and rewards tied to Dusty tokens. So basically, just kind of, it has like a social network aspect behind it. Well, if you haven't played the game, which came out, I believe, last January, you have until January 19th to experience the online portion of the game. 1 year of online functionality. 1 year. I know this doesn't matter to many people, and I don't even play the game. I've never played the first Gravity Rush. Don't have any investment in this. But when I read about stuff like this, as someone who mostly does not play online, I will very rarely dabble in it. It's hard for me to get invested in something that just can be gone in a couple of months. It's just crazy for me to think that game companies that think that this is just okay to turn off network functionality. Now, I understand when you have games that run on previous generation consoles, that's kind of when I expect this stuff to drop out. Like Wii U stuff, yeah, I'm fully expecting Wii U online functionality to go away. That makes sense because now you have the Switch. So to me, but this is this game hasn't even been out for a year, and they're already announcing the online portion being dropped. And it's like I don't want to get into any online gaming because I actually had that happen to me. I've talked about it before. White Knight Chronicles. Play the game online. You can play all the side quests with other people. They only had that active for 2 or 3 years. And there's some trophies that you cannot get in that game without playing online. So now you're not going to get the platinum for that game. Stinks to be you. Well, what were your thoughts?
I mean, none of this really has anything to do with the actual gameplay. Receiving or sending and receiving challenges, it just kind of sounds like yeah, but you can't do this. Treasure hints, YouTube, photo ghosts,
sounds
useless.
Sounds like a Dark Souls thing, though.
Kind of, but Dark Souls, a lot of the hints are really just people trolling or just trying to be as inappropriate as they can with the select words that they have.
That adds a certain flavor to the game, one might say.
It does. I kind of like that. Rankings are dumb, especially with a game like this. I don't even think rankings matter. Dusty tokens. I mean, that's about the only thing I can think of being... I don't know what exactly you do in this game. All I know is that gravity is involved and there's a cat.
And there's a good deal of rushing, I believe. I could imagine.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean... I don't really know what that is. But because they're closing the online service for it, until that date, the drop rate for Dusty tokens will be significantly increased. So
right. So basically, they're saying play this game now if you want this stuff, or don't play it at all.
Yeah.
And to me, that's like that's basically a game company dictating to me when you can. This is when you need to play this game by. You have a time limit on how long you can enjoy this game if you want to enjoy this part of the game.
And see, like, I've never met anyone who's actually talked about the Gravity Rush games. Like, when I first saw the first one, I thought it looked really interesting. but I wasn't going to buy a brand new portable console and the game to play it. And I'm sure you could probably find an emulator for it.
Well, then they re-released it on PS4 anyway.
There you go. But I mean, I don't even know if people like it that much. Probably not, considering they're closing the online function. It's probably not enough of people playing it than they thought there would be. So, I mean, not to say that I'm sure that there are fans of the game. So, but I'm sure they'll play it a bunch.
I just think a year, no matter how little the online features are, just having them available for a year is pretty criminal.
It is crazy, but
I mean, it doesn't sound like, you're hosting like multiplayer experiences here. So what's the harm in having the servers active or the server active? How much are you really investing into this?
yeah. Be a little different if this was a different game.
Well, definitely, yeah, more popular one and one that had a more prevalent online community.
It'd be like if Overwatch, Blizzard came out and was like, by the way, we're closing all online servers. It's like, that game is literally online.
Right.
If the servers for that game go away, it's just done.
And when they do go away, let's say when we're on Overwatch 3 and you like playing the original Overwatch, again, stinks to be you. Like I can't stand online functionality in games when it can detract from the game when you don't have it anymore. Some games today are so reliant on it. You take that away, that's it. There's no more game. It's just kind of ridiculous. Like you don't own the game at that point. You are buying a license to play the game for as long as the developers will allow you to play the game for. I hate online stuff.
Well, we've already confirmed that I'm a masochist, so stuff like that is fun.
Yeah. I'm going to be laughing as you have to update drivers now just to play the latest game on something. That'll be funny.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll be laughing for days.